Congratulations. We had a great time, great party, great dancing, great food, great wedding. It's been awesome. We love Austin. Bye-bye.
Wow, thank you.
Hey Jordan and JP, it's Aunt Steph. I just want to wish you guys the best and to let you know that I love you, and I can't wait for the day that y'all move back to Texas. Have a great life together.
All right, well, I'm cousin Drew to John Paul. I'm the one who lives in the Caribbean, and for the past 30 years, I would see John Paul on occasion. Like the first time John Paul and I met, he cried incessantly for the first 2 years. I don't know why, but he did, maybe because I thought he was Damien from the movie The Omen with those dark eyes of his that pierced right through me, and his full head of hair the first time I met him, which I thought was very strange for a newborn. All right, I go back off to St. Thomas. I show up, he's about probably 8 or 9 years old, I think. And I discuss with Marie and Bobby, look, let him come out on the bread route with me, okay? Well, Drew, you mean you're gonna drive him around at night and deliver bread? I mean, we had a bakery business for 80 years. I said, it's time for him to come out on the route. And Marie says, look, I don't want nothing to happen to my precious little boy. Marie, it's Drew. I'll take perfect care of him. She goes, well, you got 3 things you can't do. He can't eat any junk food. He can't have any caffeine because he has sort of a heart problem. And he's got to go to bed early, which is ridiculous since we're going to work at night. I said, as soon as we get back to my house, I'll put him right to bed. During the route, he's eating jelly donuts, French crullers, apple turnovers, anything he can get his hands on. We get back to my house, I open up the refrigerator, there's a big double liter of, I think, Mountain Dew or Sun-Kissed Orange and the biggest bag of potato chips I could find. I give him the remote control to the TV. I give him the Nintendo remote control. I said, JP, I'm going to bed, have a party. Well, he enjoys himself. He doesn't have a heart attack. We passed that one. I go back to what I do. 8, 9 years later, it's time for John Paul to come to St. Thomas to visit all by himself.
Hey, Jordan and JP. This is Marissa, obviously, and I wanted to tell you that I love you so much, and I'm so happy to be at this event for y'all's union together as a beautiful couple and becoming one. It's such an amazing privilege to be here, and I just want to wish you all the best in life, and no matter what, y'all, I know that y'all are going to survive and make it together. Y'all are just an amazing couple and so inspirational to everyone around y'all. Congratulations, I love you. Mwah.
Okay, so Jordan and JP, I love you. This is your Aunt Boosie. I might be Aunt Boosie tonight. You know what? This will be forever captured. I love it. So, I already told you everything I'm going to tell you right now, but now you can remember it because, you know, y'all have had as much to drink as I have, I'm sure. And remember, JP, when I pulled you aside and I said, I always loved you. But tonight, when I heard all of your friends and family say such wonderful things about you, I realized why I always loved you. Jordan, you're my niece. Of course I love you. How happy am I that you found this wonderful man? And how happy am I that I love his family? And I mean it when I tell his family that I will be there at their Christmas in North Carolina, Washington, wherever it is. We are one big happy family now. It's official. I love you guys.
Hey y'all, Texas forever. I just want to say that even though we met on the internet, JP, you're not the only one that met Jordan on the internet, okay? So don't think you're that special.
Wait, which one is JP again?
He is the sort of Italian guy. Italian guy, kind of like swarthy, chest hair. I hear Demetrius like shaved his chest hair. Yeah, he seems nice. He seems nice. He seems authentic, or so another person on the internet said he seemed authentic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just watched the video, but apparently JP's a nice guy.
JFO, you're hilarious. JP, I'm totally 100% straight, but if I had to have sex with a guy, I'm just saying if I had to, like if push came to shove, you know what.
I mean, at some point we're all gonna want to have a key party, right? Is this getting weird? No.
We're from California.
We're from California. So anytime you want a key party.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. Congratulations. Cats.
Oh yeah, we hope you have many cats
We hope
together.
you have many cats together. Good night.
JP, Jordan, congratulations. I'm so happy for both of you. JP, you've always been a great friend to me. Been there through some hard times, and I love you for that, man. Love you a lot. Love you.
I just want to wish you guys all the best. Thank you for inviting us to a beautiful wedding, and we love you guys, and have a beautiful, happy marriage.
See you on the dance floor.
Woo!
Hi guys, we just want to say we're so happy for you. Congratulations.
No game plan.
We have no game plan for this video.
Yeah, best of luck. Love you guys.
We love you very much and we're so happy for you both.
Yeah, this is hard. I don't know how O'Shea did this, just looking at a camera and talking.
Just cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. We love you.
Good luck, you know. I don't know. There's nothing really to be said that hasn't already been said, I think. Oh, Laurel's pinching me. I don't want to ramble. I don't want to ramble. All right. Best of luck to you guys. All right, take care.
Congratulations.
I want to talk about how when I first met Jordan, I thought she was just a sexy secretary walking around the ladders. And then I got to know her, and she's obviously so much more. She is sexy. She's not a secretary, but she's really smart. No,
She could be
she's
both.
smart.
She could be a smart, sexy secretary.
But she's cooler than that.
I mean, so much more.
She's a writer. She has the best laugh, and she's really great.
hashtagger.
She's awesome at hashtagging, and
So is JP apparently, because he's big on Twitter.
yeah, that's news to me also.
I feel like this is the worst.
Can we start over?
We should have written something down.
Yeah.
Should we take 5?
Okay, we're gonna take 5.
But I think you should keep that because she'll really like it. But we're gonna come back
yeah, that's a good.
and we'll
idea.
we'll get something better.
Once again, Marie, the Uber mother, says, Drew, 3 things John Paul can't do while he's in St. Thomas. I want you to make sure that he's always with you. Don't let him out of your sight. And most importantly, don't let him drink. He's dying to drink beer. You know, he's not allowed to drink in Maryland. So it's really up to you, Drew, not to let him drink. I said, Marie, it's Cousin Drew. I'll do everything that you say. You know that. John Paul shows up. I put him in the Jeep. My first stop is the gas station right by the airport. I hand JP $20. I go in there and buy anything you want. He says, what do you mean anything I want? I said, go buy a case of beer. Go buy whatever you want. He goes, but Drew, I'm only 16. They'll never sell me anything. I said, John Paul, this is St. Thomas. You do anything you want. Go buy a case of beer. He does. He's smiling. He's happy as can be. Now it's the first day there. I go, John Paul, you're supposed to stay with me all day, but I got to work. I'll tell you what I'll do. You go down to the pool. I've already set up a bar tab for you. You can drink anything you want for the week you're here. You just do whatever you want. All right? Well, within 4 days, John Paul had, he had more than his share of drinking. And those few days that we spent together, we have bonded. And I am so proud of you, John Paul. As you know, now for Jordan, who we've hardly really spoken, the time I met you, you were at the Golden Eagle with my father, and I came in the front door, and the attention you were showing to my father, I knew instantly you were the one for John Paul. And I even said to John Paul, you don't marry her, you're going to have to deal with me, John Paul, and you don't want that to happen. So I am eternally happy for the both of you, and I look forward to many visits wherever you guys end up, and you're always welcome to come see me anytime in St. Thomas. Congratulations, guys. Love yous both.
Hey, JP and Jordan, I congratulate you for taking the step to get married. Living together and being married is 2 different things. Jordan, I saw you when you was just growing up, when you was probably 10 years old. And, Danny had a crush on you, but hey, it was not meant to be. Anyways, congratulations for this celebration. Getting married is honoring your family, yourself, the society, and I hope you guys, do the right things. But in addition, we're gonna be praying for your life. Marriage is not easy. At the same token, it becomes really easy when the Lord is right in the middle. So I'm gonna encourage you to have the Lord in your life, and just continue growing up and being a good example for those who have no clue what marriage is all about. Congratulations. Salud.
JP, Jordan, you know how much I love both of you. Jordan specifically, you know how happy I am that you're now part of our big and ever-expanding family. I love you very much. And JP, you've done a good thing, son. I love you both. Thanks.
I guess this is for JP and Jordan, right? This is the testimonial. So, thank you for, meeting each other and throwing this great wedding and everything. And I think you're great for each other. And, two people that are definitely in love with each other. So, congrats and good luck.
My sweet Jordan and JP, I think I said it all last night when I welcomed JP to the family officially. But my sweet Jordan, you have always been like a sister to me. I remember this day you were born and how much you were wished for, and what a blessing you were to our family when you joined it. And JP, I couldn't think of a more perfect life partner for Jordan, and soulmate, and just friend and person to embrace this life with. And I said it yesterday and I said it again, but you two have defied the odds. You have just overcome mountains, and I wish you both a lifetime of love and laughter and happiness. And JP, I couldn't be more proud to consider you like a brother to me now. So welcome to the family. Jordan, I love you beyond words, and I'm so proud and happy for your new life together. So I wish you both the best, and I send lots of love and kisses, and don't forget where you came from. Come visit us, and I can't wait to come visit you. And I love you both so much. So kisses and cheers, salute, and enjoy.
So as John Paul and Jordan know, this is I couldn't have enough time to say what I had to say, and I'm still not gonna say everything I have to say right now. I had everything coordinated yesterday, and they're all kind of mixed up, but where I left off was this, it's talking about JP's aura, how he glows, and it's always better having an audience around here. But Chris Russo and I were discussing this a couple nights ago as he was living with me, and this is my song also. It's perfect in the background while I say this. So people never understand things in life, they don't understand why, things are the way they are, why the sky's blue, why am I single, things like that. A lot of people don't understand why a girl from Texas, beautiful, warm Texas, moved to the cold Bronx, and back to what I was saying about the glowing men. John Paul, even when the lights are off, the man still glows. I didn't have a chance to say that yesterday, but always glowing man. So for Jordan, it didn't matter if John Paul lived up in the North Pole, South Pole, Antarctica, whatever. She was gonna follow the light, So the end of my speech was it didn't matter if Jordan, was, living in. Jordan would rather be living in the Bronx in the light rather than in Manhattan in the dark. Because when girls move to New York, they want to live in Manhattan, not the Bronx. But Jordan's a very smart girl, She followed the light, and that's what the end of my speech was gonna say. There was a lot more jokes I had in between, but I'm always running out of time. So the last bit of what I was gonna say was, Lord of the Dudes or whatever you want to call me. There's an audience outside. John Paul is my number one guy. John Paul. That's it.
I love every like you understand me. Now because you try to do, he's always there within to be and me. All the time he does because you're you. He has to be a good hearted season. The norm you know will always come to true. We love for 100,000 reasons. And because of all, because you're you, I love you. And I think we'll have a very happy time. Okay.
Jordan, no hay alguien que puede beber más de ti, especialmente Shiner. Y espero que tengas una vida muy importante y especial con tu marido, JP. Y Jordan y JP. Espero que, no. I hope that you guys have a wonderful and happy marriage, and I love you both so much. I think y'all are the perfect couple, and I'm really sorry this is coming at the end of the night. Cheers to you and many more happy years and celebrations. I love you both.
JP and Jordan are special individuals. They have a savoir-faire for life. They just embrace it, and they just absolutely can look each other into each other's eyes, and you know there's something there that's beyond the formal, the informal, and if you look into their eyes, it goes down into their hearts. And that's just an unusual phenomenon. And you know, coming from the outside, they're not my kids, they're my stepkids, but I just love them to death, and I wish them immense happiness in the future, and maybe even some grandchildren at one particular time or another. And one little word of advice: you have to be each other's biggest protector and defender. That's huge. You may want to just absolutely kill each other, but you have to be each other's biggest protector and defender.
I was very taken by how shy she was in the beginning, and how worried she was about, seemed to be so worried about making a good first impression. But how as she got more nervous, she got closer and closer to JP, and that seemed to give her strength and courage. And so I could see right from that how good they were together. And you know, Jordan, it just seems like I've known Jordan forever. I can't remember a time when I didn't seem to know her. And it's wonderful having her in my life, and I love her very much. And I'm so happy for both of them. So what would I say to JP and Jordan, who I love very much? I would say that the world can be a wonderful place, and the world can be a tumultuous place. And I think the biggest thing I'd like you two to do for one another is to be each other's rock in the world, and be each other's steady place, and be each other's refuge. And when other people and other places are not treating you as well and as kindly as they ought to, that you have each other to come back to, and that you serve as each other's rock and each other's anchor, to help each other make your way through the world. I can see how loving you are to one another, and how dedicated you are to one another, and I have wonderful dreams for how terrific your life together is going to be, and I look forward to watching you two grow together and how your life unfolds.
No, Jordan, God bless you. I've known you now the better part of 16 years, maybe 17 years. You were but a wee pup when I met you and Brooke, very little child. And you have always been the most adorable person. You are so accommodating to everyone that my only fear for you in life was that you were actually too nice. You're the nicest person I ever met. we would ask you where you wanted to eat, and you would say, wherever Brooke wants to go. Whatever Brooke wants, whatever Dad wants, whatever you want. But we actually honestly wanted to know what Jordan wanted. But Jordan never, ever gave it up. She would always bend to the will of the group. And so I was fearful for you for many years that you were never going to find your voice. And then lo and behold comes JP. And did you find your voice? You did. He has been so good for you. He embraces all the things that make you Jordan. You are so special. And I don't think you ever really gave yourself credit for how special you are. But that man cherishes you, and we can see it. It's so abundantly clear. He adores everything about you that is quirky, that is fun, that is free. You two are literally made for each other. And I couldn't be happier. I love you, kid. I didn't make babies. You're my baby. Brooke's my baby. And I will always be there for you. I love you, kid. God bless you.
When the first night that we met JP and Jordan, I told this last night too, that of course we took them to a restaurant, and we took them to a restaurant, and as we were going into the restaurant, of course Jay and I were very nervous about meeting Jordan for the first time, because we know how excited John Paul was, and we were going ahead with the maitre d', and I said to him, we're taking my son and his new girlfriend out for the first time for dinner, and I'm very nervous. And he looked at me, he goes, they are twice as nervous as you are. And when we sat down to dinner, unlike what Jay said, he saw her as being somewhat innocent, I saw a lot of courage. This is somebody who came to New York from Houston on her own to be with somebody and to meet his father and his father's husband for the first time. She had poise, she had confidence, and from the moment I saw her, I knew she was going to take over New York. There was no way this girl was going to stop and stop becoming part of our lives and stop becoming part of the fabric of New York. And I think she's done that, and she's done that very well. The other thing that I remember after that night, we had dinner. It was a wonderful dinner. Jordan, of course, won our hearts over. But we had to say goodnight, and we were going to take separate subways. So they were going to go uptown, we were going to go downtown, and we said goodbye at the restaurant. But the last minute, after they left, we said goodbye, and after the last minute, Jay and I decided to go downtown. And we went down into the subway, sat on a bench, and we're waiting for the subway. And I saw coming down the steps, 4 feet, it was a man and a woman, and I didn't know who they were, but I saw how attentive this guy was with the woman coming down the steps, making sure she got down okay, holding her coat, holding her hand. And when I saw full face, it was John Paul and Jordan. And I never saw John Paul do anything like that before with a woman or any other person in the world. I knew that they were in love. I knew he was in love. And I knew that they were made for each other till this night, which was wonderful. What
Let me
more
just
can I
say,
say?
I'm in love with you. That was a beautiful, amazing story. Mwah. Okay, I'm back.
And I have another one if you want another one.
Yes, please.
Come on.
So, I'm the father of the groom, and so John Paul calls me up one night and says, Dad, we got to have dinner. And I said, of course, I'd love to have dinner with you. And so he said, no, this is a special dinner because I want to talk to you about something important. I said, of course. So we meet for dinner and we sit down and he goes, I want to tell you, I met a woman. She's wonderful. She means so much to me. She's just wonderful. I said, no kidding. I said, so where is she? And he said, in Houston. I said, no kidding. I said, so when was she up in New York? She's never been to New York. I said, so did you meet her? No, I haven't met her yet. And I said, okay, so tell me more. He said, but I'm telling you, we've been talking on the phone. We've been back and forth on the internet. I really think that I really do love her. And she's about to come here in a couple of weeks, and I'm so nervous that she's not going to love me or like me. And I said, JP, just be yourself, and she's going to fall in love with you just like we all have, and you're going to be wonderful. He said, but I'm not sure if I'm doing the right thing. She's very young. She's about 10 years younger than me. I said, well, that's okay. I said, just treat her like you would treat anybody else, and I'm sure she'll love you. Well, he was very, very nervous. Of course, we stayed in touch for the first couple of days after that, and then after Jordan came, he called me up and said they had a great weekend and she's coming back. And that's when I knew that they were meant to be. And that was a good evening for a dad to spend with his son, because he really wanted my advice and told me about how he loved this woman that he had never met. And I said, okay. I'm sure there are other fathers who have been through this, but I'm sure it's going to be successful, and it was.
I've known Jordan since day one, and I remember when she started talking to JP, and we had JP come into Houston, and Cammie and I and Brooke interrogated him terribly at Good Barbecue. See what kind of guy he was, and he's a great guy, and I couldn't be happier for either one of you. You're fantastic. I love you both. Much happiness. Take care of my grandson Leo, and I love you. All the best. You call me anytime for anything, or Amanda. I understand she's right earlier. I'm sorry. I'll do that. Thank you.
So when I met Jordan, I instantly knew there was something about her that was just caring and loving and dear. And what can I say? She just fits. They fit like a hand in glove. And it's been a miracle. My only angst is that my parents didn't get to meet her, because they would have loved her. They absolutely would have loved her. She's got that classic beauty, and she's smart, and she has her own mind, which I like. She's a strong woman. I want to tell John Paul and Jordan that I love them both, and this has been a fabulous evening, but it's nothing compared to the life they will have together. And being in our family, they need to know that they're never alone. They have wonderful parents, wonderful step-parents, and we love them, and we will hold them close, and their love will carry on.
Jordan and JP, it's the end of the night, so I'm not as fresh and on my toes as I was earlier, but I want to tell you that Jordan is the love of my life. I've known her longer than anyone in the world, and she is a special, special place in my heart. And JP, you have a special place in my heart now too. And I can't tell you how happy I am for you all. I love you, and you're going to have a wonderful life. And just remember that your love will get you through anything, and knowing that you have each other. And good night. I love you. Happy life.